Hey guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Today I am gonna do my coffee break time. The reason I do my coffee break time is I have something that's been bothering me throughout the weekend, but instead of renting it out, I try to let it settle for a little bit. So I'm hoping I can speak from a more calm position instead of just renting away, right? As I say, I'm very judgmental. It's easy for me to carry away myself. So anyway, today I really want to discuss with you guys about a society that without a boundary and a self-discipline. And before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. The reason why we want to talk about this, or I want to talk about this, is because let's talk about boundary. We all know the reason boundary exists, right? It's because then we know what is our limit, that what is the things that we can do, we cannot do. That's why since really old age that would start with government, or it will have law to tell you what you should do, what you don't do, so you don't go outside and just kill people, or you don't go outside just hurt people, right? We all get it, right? But what I'm saying is, what if when those boundaries start losing its purpose? Does that make sense to you? The reason I raise up this question is recently there was this big news in Taiwan, so I don't know where it goes, but in Taiwan, that's been popping up just about every day on my Facebook page. Basically, the story is a university student, a girl, went to a party, went to a party, got herself drunk, but somehow there was another, freshman or something take the advantage of her and then force himself on her, and then basically the girl's being raped, right? So when the event happened, when the student went to consult with the professor and things like that, professor had these fears of the reputation of the school is gonna be ruined if this case is gonna expose to others or outside world. So what he does is he gathered about a group of hundreds of people, decide to public questioning the victim, basically question her, saying, could it be like you just consent this but you don't remember it or something? And then when it come to a point, the girl was very emotional. They basically lecture her and tell her, like, stop that, stop playing the victim, or whatever. And to outside, they telling people, oh, she's a liar, she make up story. No matter how much internal damage this victims already go through, right? They literally have 100 people questioning her, not the person, the freshman who forced himself on her, but the victim herself. So to a point, the victim had to write a public apologize to the society, right? Even though a lot of people are saying, well, she is already dealing with so much trauma, she's possibly dealing with depression, about to kill herself and all that, but at the end, she had to be the one who apologized. And the other hand is the freshman, because the parents come from very wealthy family, end up having no punishment at all and still return back to school, right? And because of this case being talked a lot, because of this, right? So the internet's got all kind of voice, people agree, people don't agree, people's really angry about this, and then totally have judgment about it, that this is wrong sentence. They don't understand how victim is being punished. You know what I mean? It's being raped is already worse enough. Why are they being punished, right? And because of this case, also another case got brought up because they are very similar to one another. The other case was basically a Stanford kid who happened to be a great swimmer, come from a very good family, right? Got caught raping someone unconscious behind a dumpster by two strangers, right? After a year-long of trial, this Stanford kids end up only get sentenced for 6 months of jail time, because the judge say anything more than 6 months will cause damage to this person, right? So, it does get you to come to this, very confused more and thinking, what kind of society are we really living in? You know what I mean? Like all those boundaries that we thought used to be there protecting us. What's really the purpose of them now? Who are they serving now? It seems like they serve those people who have money. It seems like they serve those people who have power. It no longer have the meaning of try to protect the citizen, protect the victim. You know what I mean? Or protect the citizen, protect the people not being harmed, right? By other people breaking law. So because of all the things being discussed, it also bring me back to an experience I personally have, right? About last year, or a year ago, 2 years ago, my daughter's credit card got stolen at school, right? And then this person who got the car stolen, got my daughter's credit card, spent it all in the mall, various place and very small. So what ended up happening is her picture got video camera in various shops, in the mall, even in the Starbucks, everywhere, right? We can very certain who this person is. Well, if you know this person, you look at the picture, you know, hey, I identify you, right? But still, school cannot do anything about this because what they say to us is they don't want to pinpoint anybody that may cause the damage of that person. So what end up happening is this particular person or the stealing is still happening at school because what? There's no consequence, right? There's no boundary. I can steal and I never got caught, or they think they never got caught, right? The truth is if I put your picture there, everybody will identify who you are. But hey, school is too afraid to damage that person's mental, so they decided they better be safe. So they don't want to pinpoint anybody. So now I'm not in a position to talk about what's right or wrong. As I say, I'm never powerful enough, or I don't know. What do I know, right? I only know so little. But what I'm saying is we are all very judgmental. Be realistic. I already say it. We all criticize. We all have like or dislike. For me, when I listen to the story like this, I am confused. Not just confused, very confused, because I don't understand what kind of society that we are living in. It seems that the society has no boundary. And worse on that is it has no self-discipline. We all know self-discipline created by parents introducing boundary. You know what I mean? Because we do something wrong and then we got consequence. That consequence can be anything, can be timed out, can be take away your favorite toy, can be something. So we know, don't do that, right? But all of a sudden, it seems like we don't have the foundation of that. We think if we can do something, and then as long as my parents is wealthy enough, powerful enough, I can literally do everything I want. You know what I mean? So what does that say about the law? What does that say about the boundary? What does he say about the government? What does he say about education we've been trying to teach our kids? You know what I mean? When the boundaries start to mean nothing, all of a sudden, all those things that we create throughout the century or through the history, try to introducing the basic foundation of respect, it vanish as well. Because all of a sudden, boundary mean nothing, right? All those people whose right being taken away, even they're doing the right thing, will start feel unjustified because they don't understand why victim is the one being punished, why those people who commit the crime seems to always get away. You know what I meant? So anyway, the reason I put it on coffee break is I don't think I'm able to have a constructive, I'm simply ranting basically. I don't think I have a constructive opinion toward this, but what I'm sharing with you guys is, for me, I always got this aspect is, it's like dog. When I see a dog being misbehaved, I don't think this is a terrible dog, this is a bad dog. Usually I think it's all owner is not training well, or owner haven't found a way yet. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing when I look at the kids. When I go into the outside seeing the kids being misbehave, I don't think this is just evil kids, right? I think about maybe the parents haven't found the right way to discipline them, to to pay attention to them, raising them, haven't found the right way yet. So same thing as those kids eventually grow and become adult, and then they just living in the world believing they can just do whatever they want and not to be responsible of their action, because they're never introduced consequence. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, I have no position to teach, obviously. Too late to teach a parent. Too late to teach those people who already grown adult, right? Too late to say anything, because if you are what you are, you must be who you are for whatever reason that is. I may or may not know, because I only know so little. But here, since I know so little and I really don't know anything, I do know something, right? Something I wouldn't mind to share with you guys is, I don't know. I live in this society since there's no boundary, there's no self-discipline. I no longer know what's right or wrong anymore. But one thing I do see, based on my skill, I do see, that's called karma. I see karma continue coming back. I see it coming back in this life. I see it coming back, if not this life, next life, right? So one thing I do know, what you force upon other people is gonna come back to you one day, if you have that in mind. You know what I mean? If you have that in mind. This is what I want you to imagine. Next time when you grab a knife and thinking killing that someone is fun, just imagine that someone you're about to kill with your face on it. Because believe it or not, that's what it is going to be one day. I don't know when that day is gonna be. Because what I know is, you obviously haven't learned that lesson yet. That's why you think that is fun. If it was already part of your spiritual journey, you've been there, done that, evolved from it, now as who you are, you have empathy. You will feel what it's like for others. You will not force that upon others. You know what I mean? You will not treat people the way you don't want to be treated. So next time you want to force yourself upon someone and thinking it's okay for me to do that, I invite you to think again, because that someone you're gonna force yourself upon to do whatever you think is rightful, or you can justify yourself to do it, is going to be you one day. I don't know when that day is gonna come, but I guarantee you it's gonna be you one day. So have that 1 second, think again. If that's something you wanna experience, go ahead, because I have no right to stop you. Obviously I don't. I can only share with you what I know. But hey, you might say, what do I know? Exactly, what do I know? I can only share what I know. That is, whatever you throw out there, gonna find its way back to find you. That is something I see enough to tell you well. So, all I'm asking is 1 second. That 1 second. When you wanna jeopardize something, whether that person is alive or an animal or anything, I ask you 1 second. Imagine that something is going to be you one day. Is that how you're gonna treat it? So anyway, just a little bit ranting, introducing a different aspect of thing, but most likely ranting. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel, or go to my website, ruowen.com. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.